Hi there, thanks for tuning in. Today is Sunday, June 26, 2024, and I'm at the Amtrak station in Gastonia, North Carolina. Why am I here? Well, this is the first video in my newest series on YouTube called The Great American Rail Journey. Tonight, actually early tomorrow morning, I'm going to be leaving Charlotte, North Carolina on Amtrak's Crescent, and I'm headed to New Orleans. I purchased the Amtrak USA Rail Pass just a few months ago, and I have this great trip planned. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to be zigzagging across the country on 12 different Amtrak routes, 10 of which are included in the Rail Pass. So I hope you watch not only this video, but all of the other videos in this series as I see America by rail. So join me as we explore America in the Great American Rail Journey. Come on, let's go. My number 19 Crescent started in Charlotte, North Carolina and went through South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi before arriving in New Orleans, Louisiana. Good morning. It's Sunday, May 27th, 2024. I'm at the Charlotte Amtrak station and I'm getting ready to board the Crescent to head to New Orleans. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and the train's running a little bit behind, but that's okay. I got a few hours of sleep last night, so I hope to get on the train, get settled in, and get some more shut-eye. So looking forward to starting this journey. Greetings from rainy Atlanta, Georgia. This is my first fresh air break on today's Crescent train, and it's pouring the rain. I'm underneath a little shelter here, but I wanted to get off and get some fresh air for just a moment. I slept pretty comfortably on the train last night. I got on about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it took me a little while to fall asleep, but once I did, it was great. So anyhow, going to continue further south, got to go through Alabama, then Mississippi, and then finally into Louisiana to New Orleans. So just having a great time so far. I've made it to Birmingham, Alabama, which is state number 4 on this Great American Rail Journey. This morning I started off in Charlotte, North Carolina. The next state was South Carolina. I slept through most of South Carolina because it was in the middle of the night. Then we went through Atlanta, Georgia. I got off the train briefly in Atlanta, but not for very long, just a short period of time because it was pouring the rain. But it's nice weather here in Birmingham, so this is one of the fresh air breaks or smoke stops. Definitely not for me. But the fresh air is nice, and I'm just enjoying the outside, stretching my legs. And so now it's about time to get back on the train to continue going south towards New Orleans. is just after 8 p.m. Central Time, and I'm on the Crescent. I've had a pretty good day today so far. The train right now is running about 2 hours behind, but that's not unusual. There's 2 more stops to go before New Orleans, so it looks like I'll get into New Orleans around 10 p.m. local time, which is fine. My Airbnb is only about a 10-minute walk from there. But it's been a good day, so I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and exploring New Orleans. I've been there before, but it's been 25 years ago, and it was on New Year's Eve, so it was kind of crazy. So looking forward to exploring the city tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a fun ride today on the Amtrak Crescent. After 19 and a half hours, 776 miles, 5 states, I finally made it to New Orleans. Woo! Long ride.
Artificial intelligence and automation.
But that wasn't Apple's only iPad.
Good morning from hot and sticky New Orleans. Behind me is the WG Creole House, and that's where I'm staying at while I'm here in New Orleans. I had a great night's sleep last night, slept wonderfully. And this morning just kind of woke up and got the room straightened up a little bit so I can show you. I met the housekeeper, Melissa. She was fantastic, very nice, and she gave me a little bit of the history of the house and showed me one of the other rooms that wasn't being occupied. I was really lucky to be able to get this room because apparently it stays booked up pretty much all summer long. So I've had this booked for several months now. And anyhow, really nice, great sleep. Let's go on inside. I'll show you what it looks like inside. I don't really have a plan for today here in New Orleans. I know I'm going to take the streetcar, go through the Garden District, but other than that, I don't really have a plan, and just looking forward to exploring the city today. I'm at the streetcar stop and waiting on the historic St. Charles streetcar to show up. This is definitely one of the main things I wanted to do while in New Orleans, so now I'm just waiting on the streetcar to show up so I can take it for a ride. I'm riding the historic streetcar here in New Orleans. I'm on the famous St. Charles line. I got a day pass. It was just $3 for the day pass. You can't beat that. So I can not only ride this line, but all the other ones as well, and I'd like to. $3, you can't beat it. Good grief. The St. Charles line takes you right through New Orleans' beautiful Garden District. These old streetcars are so cool. Lots of fun to ride, and it just feels like you're stepping back into history when you ride on these things. I love this so much, I took the streetcar all the way to the end of the line and then got back on and rode it again. That was fun. I just rode the entire St. Charles line all the way from one end to the other. So right now I'm at Canal Street. I just got off the streetcar and time to explore some New Orleans by foot. So walking on Canal Street, they say this is the widest street in America. I don't know, it's pretty wide. I've made my way to the Mississippi River, and the next thing I'm going to do is take the ferry that goes across the river. I've got a day pass on the RTA, and I think that's included. So I see the ferry coming now. Right here it is. So let's go on the ferry. Come on, let's go. It feels so much better in the shade than the sun. It's hot either way, but down here on the river, I've got the breeze blowing, so it's really not too bad at all. It is a hot, sticky day though. Whew. So I made it aboard the ferry. That $3 ticket that I bought that got me the all-day pass on the streetcar also includes the ferry, and it also includes the bus lines as well. So what a great deal, $3 for all that access. That's crazy. So here I am on the mighty Mississippi and getting ready to cross the river to go to the other side. I don't know what's over there. We'll check it out. We'll see what's there. I remember when I was here almost 30 years ago, I was here right after my college graduation. My mom and I came to New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl because Ohio State was playing Florida State, and what a bad experience. We got destroyed in that game, but anyhow, it was New Year's Eve. New Orleans was just super crowded, and I hadn't traveled much at all at that time, so I was out of my element, and it was just really very stressful. So far, I'm really enjoying New Orleans much more today than I did when I was here almost 30 years ago. But I remember this building right here had a restaurant at the top, and it may still, I'm not sure, but we had lunch there. I do remember that, had the little spinning restaurant at the top and had great views of the city. So I don't know if it's still there or not. You can let me know in the comments below, but I'm definitely not going to go there because I'm much more of a budget traveler now. They just made an announcement that everyone had to be seated, which is fine, but holy cow, these seats are so hot. It's like sitting on hot coals or something. Good grief. Ooh, wow. So in the past 14 hours, I've now taken a train, a streetcar, and a boat. That's kind of cool. We're just about over here to the other side now. Holy cow, that didn't take long at all to get across the river. I thought it would take 10 or 15 minutes. That was literally like a 3-minute boat ride. On this side of the Mississippi, it's called Algiers Point. I don't know what's over here, but I figure since I took the ferry over, I might as well walk around a little bit and look around and check it out some. It seems very quiet. Oh, this is nice. The Algiers Courthouse. water's hot. It's wet, that's all that matters. I'm now leaving Algiers Point and headed back onto the ferry, back across the Mississippi River to New Orleans. Back on the ferry. I guess I'm the only one up top. It is a little hot. But I figure if I go into the air conditioning, I'll just get used to it for like 5 minutes and then have to come back out into the sweltering heat. So why not just stay in the heat? Let's see how this seat is. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's literally like sitting on coals. Turn the hat around. Nothing like having the whole top deck to yourself, huh? That cloud blocking the sun is amazing. Wow, thank you. If I didn't stand wet socks, I honestly would probably jump in this right now, but the wet socks, that's a deal breaker. Oh, that looks so good though. Have to stay hydrated. Because I'm such a national park junkie, I had to stop by the Jean Lafitte National Historical Park and Preserve Visitor Center.
The lower Mississippi serves as a transportation crossroad. It carries our freight.
I'm standing in the courtyard of the Jean Lafitte National Historic Site, as well as the New Orleans Jazz National Historic Park. And I just went into the visitor center, cute little visitor center with lots of information, a nice little movie, and just this beautiful courtyard. I'm standing in Jackson Square in the heart of New Orleans. This is a beautiful church. It is the Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, King of France. And it's just spectacular. I've been to several cathedrals in Europe, and this just kind of blows me away. I would have never have thought that we have something like this here in America, but just absolutely beautiful. And the air conditioning works really well in here too. It feels great, but just spectacular. I've left Jackson Square and now I'm walking into the French Quarter. French Quarter is more or less the heart and soul of New Orleans. It's definitely where most of the visitors come to, and so I'm looking forward to walking around there and checking it out. I've now reached world famous Bourbon Street. I'm here on Bourbon Street at a restaurant called Nola Po' Boys. I just ordered a po' boy and some gumbo, and I'm waiting for it to come out. It's about 3 o'clock, so I'm a little bit hungry. All I've had is a protein shake today, so looking forward to this. Let's see how it is. Alright, so I got my food. Right here I have my po' boy. It's a turkey po' boy, and it's not on a po' boy bun, but I can't eat that much, so I just got the small one. And then right here I have my chicken gumbo, and it smells so good, so I can't wait to dive into this. This sandwich is really good. Hits the spot. Okay, now to try the gumbo. Oh, that's ridiculous. That is so good. So good. I was debating whether or not to get it because I don't know if I can eat both, but this is just amazing. So this place has been fantastic. I placed my order, ate every bit of my gumbo, every bit of my small po' boy. The bread that they brought out with the gumbo is so good. It really makes me wish I would have got a bigger po' boy. Anyhow, the guy working here, John, I was talking to him and he said the red beans and rice are outstanding. So he brought me a little sample of the red beans and rice. So I'm getting ready to try that and see. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is incredible. How does a bean taste that good? Just red beans and rice. Holy cow. Mercy. That might be better than the gumbo and the po' boy. I don't have any more room to put another order in. I'd like to though. Heavens. Wow. If you come to Nola Po' Boys, get the red beans and rice. So, Nola Po' Boys, definitely a winner. So glad I stopped in here. The po' boy was fantastic. The chicken gumbo was actually even better than the po' boy. And then the red beans and rice, the little sample that John gave me was phenomenal. By far the best thing I had, but just outstanding. So glad I came here. So now walking back out here on Bourbon Street. Oh, it's still hot outside. Good grief. I'm here on Bourbon Street, and pretty interesting place. You know, it's very famous, world famous. It's just really not my scene, not my favorite kind of place. So, you know, I'm walking through just because I feel like I have to. But honestly, the quicker I'm out of here, the better I'll be. Just not my kind of thing. Kind of reminds me when I was in Amsterdam last summer. Again, just not my favorite type thing. So, I'll make my way back this direction. I've taken the streetcar, so now I'm out here at the New Orleans City Park, and in front of me is the New Orleans Museum of Art. Way down there. So I thought I'd get out and stretch the legs a little bit here at the park. So far today I've walked, not too far, 5.5 miles. So I'd like to get more than that in. Again, I've got a long train ride tomorrow and the next day. So I want to get as many steps in today as I can. So I'm just going to walk around the park here a little while. Apparently there's a big lake right over here. I'm going to walk around, see what it looks like. Back on the St. Charles streetcar one more time, headed back towards my apartment. Had a great day so far here in New Orleans. Looks like it's getting ready to rain, so I'm headed back. I've got to get packed up and ready for the train ride tomorrow. Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 29th, and it's about 6:45 in the morning. So about an hour ago, I got a text message from Amtrak saying that the Sunset Limited is not delayed, but it has an unknown status. So I got to thinking, what does that mean? So I went on the map tracker to look at the trains, and I see that the inbound Sunset Limited from Los Angeles is running about 13 hours late. So that train is not even here yet in New Orleans. So I'm taking this morning to go for a little walk, and I'm gonna go up the street and get some breakfast at Burger King. And you know, it doesn't really bother me that the train's late, because it looks like it's supposed to arrive in New Orleans at like 9:30 this morning. It was supposed to depart at 9 o'clock this morning. So, you know, it gets there at 9:30. I don't know what the turnaround time is to get the train prepared to go back across the country, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly, I prefer that my Sunset Limited train is late to Los Angeles. It's scheduled to arrive there on the 31st at 5:30 in the morning. I don't really care to get there at 5:30 in the morning, to be honest, because there's nothing open at that time. So honestly, I'd prefer that train is late. So this looks like it's going to be a good start to that, hopefully. But anyhow, just kind of something unexpected. But I guess, you know, with Amtrak, you can expect the unexpected. I haven't had one of these croissant sandwiches in a long time. I figured since the train was late, might as well do this. Oh gosh, it's full of grease. Looks good though. Just like I remember it. Very good. I just finished my stay at the 1850 Creole House, and now I'm walking to the New Orleans Union Station. It's just about a 10-minute walk or so. My Sunset Limited train is delayed. Not a big deal. Don't really care about that too much. But anyhow, this is going to be the true test of whether or not I can do this trip. This is over twice as long as my previous trip. This is 1,666 miles, and it lasts approximately 46 hours, although probably be longer than that. So this is the true test to see if I can do this this adventure or not. I'm just walking outside of New Orleans Union Station. My train is really late. It's not even here yet, and then they said there's a few hours turnaround time, which is fine by me. But anyway, one of the managers there checked my bag for me and is holding it, so I don't have to take it around with me. So I get some extra time here in New Orleans today. Not sure what I'm going to do, but might as well make the most of it. Well, I decided since I had some more time, might as well get back on the streetcar. There's one here at Union Station. I don't even know where it goes. It is, oh, what time? 8:30 in the morning, and the guy at the Amtrak station said be sure I'm back by about 12:30, give or take. So that gives me about 4 hours to look around and see more of New Orleans. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do, but you can't go wrong with riding the streetcar. Well, my time here in New Orleans is extended a little bit, so why not look around some? It doesn't seem quite as humid and hot this morning as it did yesterday. Maybe it helps that I'm walking in the shade, but I'm walking along Canal Street right now, headed towards the river. I don't really have a plan on what to do or see. I just think I'll just find what I can. I'm standing in front of Jackson Square, and behind me, I learned yesterday, the name of that church is the Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, King of France. So it's a beautiful church. I got to go into it yesterday, and so this is my little extra time in New Orleans. I get to enjoy this all over again and different sunlight. While walking around New Orleans during this extra time, I stumbled upon the famous Café du Monde. I would have loved to have gone there, but I didn't feel like waiting in the line to get in. As I was walking back to Union Station, I could tell New Orleans was gearing up for another parade. It was funny to see the police block traffic on Canal Street for at least 10 minutes while the parade floats came through. I hope you've enjoyed leg one of my Great American Rail journey as I traveled on the Amtrak Crescent and visited the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana. Be on the lookout for part 2 as I travel from one LA to another, Louisiana to Los Angeles on Amtrak Sunset Limited. I'll see you then on my Great American Rail journey. Thanks for watching.